Alright, hello guys. So this guy who is Domontovich is like the kind of a new lead designer as far as I can see, because he has been talking about most of the things, changes in Tarkov recently. Anyways, he's doing the dev talks. I think it's really interesting to share. I'll talk about whatever I know of. He's gonna talk in Russian and there's gonna be English subtitle. I'll read it out and then like point out things what I could talk about. Let's go.
Всем привет, меня зовут Сергей Домонтович, я дизайн-менеджер на Scave Tarkov. Сегодня я озвучу ваши вопросы из комментариев и отвечу на них. Планируете ли вы какие-либо изменения на локации Маяк? Планируем.
Are you planning for any change on Lighthouse? Actually, let's mute him because it's gonna be confusing. We are, and they are going pretty major. This part is interesting. The main change is that the rogue spawns will move from the water treatment plant to the Chalet. So they're not gonna be here anymore. And they're gonna be on Chalet here and here, which is actually a pretty big change. And like the chalets are supposed to be actually the USEC Rose like camp or whatever. It was kind of weird that it was vacant. I mean, yeah, empty. And then the treatment plant will become a no man's land, which is scav land. He explains a little bit later. Grim's cratered terrain where scavs will hang out. Okay. The chalet, on the other hand, will be reinforced. There will be fortifications and observation posts there, which we kind of saw in the trailer, and we already have like something like that already. UN roadblocks will appear along the highway. They are reinforcing the UN doors, which we will see here, but the highway and then the roadblock with tall concrete walls, which has been teased by Nikita himself. You can see these walls. I think this is what they're talking about, very likely. Overall, it's going to be awesome. The task assessment part 1 became harder after the recent changes, which is for Lightkeeper access. So you need to kill PMCs in this area. It used to be like really small area like here where the Lighthouse Peninsula existed, but now it's not like that anymore. At least it got way easier than before. It was like here before, but now it's this much. But anyways, he talks about it because it became harder after the recent changes. The new spawns made it inconvenient. We know that. But the issue goes beyond one quest. The entire quest line for gaining access to Lightkeeper has already been reviewed and will be revamped. Sounds interesting. It will come with the Lighthouse rework, which actually, let's show you guys the images one more time. This is one of the image. Second image, which is the camp right there. And here there used to be like a turret here, but it's gone, and there's gonna be scavs wandering around in here rather than rogues. So all the valuable spawns in here that I used to know of, I guess it's gonna be gone. And narrower and more dense highway. There used to be like the cars like with big gap, but not anymore, and there's like additional cover on the road. Anyways. Well, any faction will be added. For example, Ruoff troops neutral to Bear, like rogues are to USEC. I was kind of thinking Ruoff will be like that, but they're still not like that. Our work on boss is primarily focused on not on adding the new factions, but on reworking the existing ones. But he will talk about new ones too. I kind of like the faction wars we're getting recently. Like it's like kind of like a life in Stalker. Right now, for example, we are working on changing rogue behavior logic. Sorry about that. To make it more understandable and logical. Rogues were only thing about them were like going into the turret all the time, and then also if you kill them as a USEC, they will be angry at you for 3 rays or something. But new faction actually will be added as well. It's gonna talk about UN faction. For example, one of the upcoming updates will introduce a UN faction. That will be neutral towards both bears and USECs while aggressively attacking scavs. Pretty interesting, so I guess they're gonna be everywhere in the map. And of course, if you kill UN troops as a PMC, you will lose reputation with Peacekeeper. So there's USEC Bear, UN, Luaf, Scavs, Rogues, so many. Cultist. What changes does the team have planned for Hideout? This one was pretty interesting too. I mean, it's all just like planned and thoughts, but anyways, maybe they'll add more new crafts. This one's interesting. Besides changes to the existing crafts, we actually have a lot of ideas. For example, we're considering adding a hydroponics module, which is like these ones. Oh yeah, and before I talk about more of this, Peacekeeper, we still don't have an in-game trader. I guess he's gonna be introduced with the UN faction edition, which is kind of interesting actually. And yeah, they're gonna add something like this. Maybe free food, yeah. You'll be able to grow vegetables and make preserves that grant various buffs and debuffs. So it's not only free food, but also like buffs and debuffs. Like, I guess some drugs even. You'll be able to grow vegetables and make preserves that grants various... I read that again. God damn it, I did it at the first time too. We're also thinking about expanding the workbench, which is specialized workbench as far as I understand. We want to add a module where you craft ammunition. So the mechanic itself becomes deeper and more interesting. We're also planning to a UI redesign to make everything simpler, faster, and clearer. Are there plans to change weapon mod prices and unlock methods in the future? Which this was kind of already mentioned before. They're changing like the trader reputation and everything. Of course, trader offers for mods will be reviewed alongside parameter changes. But that's not the only rebalance we have planned. I already mentioned that the Hideout and Quest, but this won't be limited to changes to the Lightkeeper quest alone. It'll affect all quests in general. We're also considering changes to extracts. This one's also interesting. I'm pretty sure you guys all know that the green flare extract now has like a full green flare animation. You shoot the green flare and then there's gonna be a notification from bottom right. Oh, you're safe to extract. And then the guy, a scav or something from the opposite side, will shoot another green flare telling you that you're allowed to extract. Something like that, conditional extract he talks about. There will be fewer standard extracts and more conditional extracts, as well as insurance rebalance changes. There will be more options. Insurance will return faster. Everybody loves that. It's gonna be stacking on the reinsurance mail, I guess. And the choice between traders will feel more meaningful. So more trader rep entangled situations, I guess. Not only just going for chemical part 4 only for injector's case. Will it be possible to visit the hideout with friends and do things together? There was some teasers like working out in gym with your friends. I guess that can happen too, but he talks about several things. That's probably the biggest and most exciting feature we have planned. A clan hideout without a shared stash and joint activities. Ability to visit each other. So basically, what is it called? Clan DLC. Yeah, they said they're gonna add clan DLC. Maybe standard accounts might not be allowed to do it. Maybe EOD and Unheard only. It's called clan DLC. And yes, we're also thinking the possibility of raiding other players' hideouts together with your clanmates. Rip solos. But there's one important point which he points out, what I just talked about. We'd like this to be interesting, not only for the people who play in large group, but also for solo players. Maybe some P2W, I guess. This game was P2W. If I say that, people are gonna get angry again. Someone who's used to playing alone should also find something engaging in it. Maybe you can be more stealthy and then like still shoot and then just get out. Leave your that was just my guess. Leave your questions in the comments and then we'll try to answer things, so you guys can, you know, leave questions and comments. Anyways, it was pretty interesting, the things that he shared. I think it was worth covering once. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like these kind of contents, please leave a like, and also if you want to check me out on live stream, check out Twitch, YouTube, and Kickstream. Especially on Twitch, I'm doing the 48-hour stream, or more than that actually, for a total of 5 days. 5 flipping days of stream, 24-hour stream. So do check out, we're doing streamer challenge crap too. I'm trying my best, but I'm almost at the last position. Anyways, do check me out on live stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye guys, bye.